Hey everybody, it's me, Chase Omega, and I'm here to make the most bullshit Sonic tier list you've ever seen. I'm joined by three friends. Introduce
Excuse
yourselves.
you. We're here to make the most bullshit Sonic tier list imaginable.
You're right, this is a communist country.
Communist country.
Exactly.
Okay.
Welcome, man. This is going to be for the
Int-
people, by the people. Wait a minute, don't even look. Wait.
Introduce your damn selves.
Okay. Okay. I am Exile, that's why I'm friend one.
I am Lord Advent, friend 2.
And I'm the one I Avenger, friend number 3.
And we saw some friggin' AI presidents making tier lists and shit, and we thought it was funny, so we thought we'd do it, but like, it's actually us.
Because no one has made AI voices of us, and I
Now,
don't know if we should or not.
now,
I don't think that should ever happen. Though it would be funny.
before we begin this descent into madness, there is one thing I would like to do before we make this tier list here.
And that, what would that be?
Let's see, add row below. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And there we go.
Yeah! Yeah!
Thank you, thank you. Wow,
Yeah, that makes
was...
sense.
All right. So here's the rules. If we can't agree if a game's high or low tier, we just put it somewhere in the middle. Okay, here we go. Sonic 1, game that started all. Where are we putting this one? I think it's a solid high C or B tier.
I think,
The high C.
yeah, I could agree with that one.
Wind?
I would put... I would say it's B, but I can easily go for C.
B or C, B or C, B or C.
Sonic 1 to me is like the most first game on the Genesis imaginable.
I think it was a solid start.
It was a good enough start, but like every game after it, at least in the classic series, is like a lot better.
It's like it fixes some of the issues one did have. So yeah, I think C will. I'll give it a good high C.
I think high C is definitely a good place for it, or low B. I could go either way.
Exile break the tie.
Uh, high C. Go for high C.
I see it is.
I love
Are we
high C.
recording?
Yeah, he's
All right.
it.
All right. Where's Sonic 2 on this damn list?
And this
Sonic-
is the make it like it.
Okay.
They just forget Sonic 2.
Now,
No, just two games
I-
in, and we're already gonna have a split.
can I just say something about Sonic 2?
Yeah,
I
sure.
do not think the Genesis version aged very well, but I do think the mobile ports and the Sonic Origins enhanced remaster, I think those two elevated this game to acceptable tiers. Like I think
no, I agree.
I think it deserves to be right next to Sonic 2. What do you guys? Sonic 1. Fuck, I can't talk. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I agree. Yeah.
I think Sonic 2.
I've
Sonic
played
2
in a while.
Sonic 2 adds more to the Sonic 1 formula and makes it so that it really kind of just feels like the first Sonic game, really, with how much mechanically it adds. But I think that we're not really at the strong point of Genesis Sonic yet.
Yeah, but maybe I would put it at B due to those elements because it introduces so many things nowadays we Sonic fans take for granted. The spin dash, tails, the 7 Chaos Emerald that includes the super transformation, the death egg.
Running headfirst into obstacles you can't fucking see coming because the game
Sonic
design
one-
is dog
Sonic
shit.
one is similar.
Listen,
Sonic one was
that's
fine.
just Sonic games.
No, 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 no. Like this game,
Unless it's a
like
Boost Sonic game, because
I-
you physically can't run
I remember
enemies.
there's a part in fucking Metropolis Zone you run up a wall and there's spikes on the ceiling. Like why?
Yeah,
And like the glitches in the Genesis version where you can just get game overed for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
but
not forget the spike pit in Hidden Cave.
Let's not forget Air Fortress Zone or whatever it's called, where if you're holding any sort of buttons on that little launcher, you just fall down the pit instead of going to the other
yeah.
side.
This is why, because see if those problems were there, I would actually be crazy and say it would be A. But see, because of all the nonsense as well,
A
I would
tier.
put it like a low B.
I think it's a very easy low B.
Yeah. Low B.
Well, I think it's worse than Sonic 1, but since I'm outvoted, I will compromise and put it at B.
Yeah, because again, it's not. It's a minor step up from 1, but it's not dramatic.
Indeed.
Okay, now we're ranking 3 and Knuckles together, and I don't want to see a single comment saying boo about it. How do we feel about 3 and Knuckles?
Sonic 3 and Knuckles is S tier.
S tier.
I'd say A tier.
A or S tier.
I
I'd say
mean,
A is
I
probably
think it's
better.
easily the best of the Genesis trilogy. Like, it's like they took everything right they did about Sonic 1, everything right they did about Sonic 2, and worked on some of the things that weren't done right, and made a great game out of it.
It's like Sonic 3, I feel, is the complete package. Like, it's longer with double the levels on it due to it's like 12 zones in general.
There's
They
not.
fixed Tails so he can actually have his fly mechanic, which Sonic
Yep.
2 didn't. The Chaos Emeralds you can activate super on choice, not automatic.
Yep.
They introduced the Super Emeralds, sure, canonically debatable,
There's just
but it's neat to have.
There's just a lot of quality of life and really hype stuff included in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and the level design is really
And-
good this time
and
around.
Yeah,
the original
there's-
music is, and the original music is a legendary.
hmm Even the music they had to replace because of bullshit copyright wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but I feel like the original just clicks.
Oh,
It
for
gives
sure.
That game, it gives Spree that unique personality.
Yeah, I would go A tier on Sonic 3.
Yeah, what do you say, X?
I
Sonic 3 gets an A. I wholeheartedly stand by that.
I would still say S, but I can easily compromise for A.
We can put it in high A, very high A.
It's like probably going to be the peak of A.
It's like borderline top of A tier.
Yeah, it's like there's not a single level in Three Knuckles I dislike. Like I used to hate Sandopolis, but as I grew older, I realized, wait a minute, Kid Me just had a fucking skill issue.
Skill issue.
Me with skill issue.
So yeah, we're putting them together, very high A tier.
Like they're edging on S, like very edge.
Like it's licking the border between A and S. It's I have a
It's licking the border.
okay.
It's licking Trump's wall of going to S.
All right, Sonic 4 Episode 1. I think this game would be better well received if it wasn't called Sonic 4, and you know, it wasn't always called Sonic 4. It was called Sonic Portable, but then they changed it to 4 for fucking marketing reasons. It's
Change it to market it.
it's Sonic Advance Lite.
Basically.
I still
but-
say I still say it's a low C.
Low C.
I've not played
I
Sonic
don't even know if I'd give it that, personally.
I mean, I don't think it's the worst game in the world. I could see it at low C.
There's bits I like. There's bits I like, but I'm not loving it. But there's just a lot of things that just hold it back hard because it was originally a mobile game. And you just thought, hey, let's just put on consoles and don't really think about it all the way through when doing so.
So, here's the thing. I think knowing that Sonic 4 was just meant to be a mobile game originally has softened my opinion on the game quite a bit. But at the same time, it's a really heavy asset flip of the Genesis Sonic games. The physics are extremely whack. The
Spider
ability to just
Sonic.
Stand on a slope. Spider Sonic, for real, for real.
Like everybody says, Spider-Man and Sonic are basically the same character. This game confirmed it.
And
You might just say it was just with the quips, but no, he was like, hey, walk across my stick, hey, you start spinning around, I'll snow.
Oh.
X, do you have anything to add?
I have not played this game. I have not played any of Sonic 4, so I have no opinion on this.
I think many people would count you to be lucky.
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely would.
So where are we putting 4, boys? What'd you
I
say,
think
Wind?
4 is a D tier game.
there's bits I like, so I say it's a very low C.
I also think it should be in low C. So we got 2 low Cs, 1 D, and 1 undecided opinion.
I have nothing. So.
Alright, well, majority rules here, so we can put it in low C.
Okay, but very low C. Just because I don't think it's outright
Very
bad.
low
It's
C.
flawed, but I've seen bad. I've seen bad.
We'll get to bad.
Alright, here we'll do Sonic 4 Episode 2. Just,
I think Sonic 4 Episode 2 is just a little bit better because I like the team up
Yeah.
mechanics.
yeah, I would. Yeah, if I had to give my precise
Where's-
position,
where's
I would put
Episode
it
2?
right now.
Where's Episode
It's
2
just
down
Sonic
here?
4. I added up
Help me
to-
find it, I'm blind.
It's there.
I don't think they have episode 2.
Why?
Wow.
But like 2 was actually fun kinda.
Like, is it maybe like Sonic 4 as a whole?
Oh, that's you can't do that.
Hear me out,
you-
it still gets a C.
I'll be right back.
Okay, but can we just say episode 2 is just very
Episode
teeny
2?
tiny slightly above episode 1?
Yeah, it would have been squashed between Sonic 1 and Episode 1.
Sonic 4 episode 2 is literally just Sonic 4, but better.
Did X go AFK?
Yeah, but for as a whole, if they're gonna do this tier list is gonna give us the option of just say it as a whole, it's still low C. Which I did hear you, Advin, say you would definitely just bump it up as a low C if it was just the whole package.
Yeah.
So
Did X go AFK?
Yeah, I think it is. Also,
Do we-
I'm not seeing Frontiers on this tier list.
Well, Frontiers is low S for sure.
Well, yeah. But
I'm putting that shit right next to my favorite Sonic game, which we'll get to later.
Yeah, we'll add the hypothetical when we get there.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I think the Frontiers literally is not here.
Yeah, let's just.
Is this an outdated tier list?
I think it is.
Well, you know, I don't think we should rank Frontiers until Update 3 comes out, even though I put it in easy S tier.
That's fair.
Yeah. How about when we get there, we'll judge it as it is at that point in time, and then you can just put in like some comment or like edit updates on the comment section or whatever.
Fair enough.
Alright. X, are you back yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
not
I'm
just
back.
hear him
My
talking?
dad was calling.
Okay.
I was just double checking, dude, because you know I'm fucking
No, he
paranoid.
died.
Okay, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? I wanted to go in order, but let's just go in order as they're listed here. I don't know who listed them in
Alright,
fucking
so-
order.
So this is
Sonic
Advance
Advance. I'm gonna say either high C or low B.
I
But
think
definitely
we'll
above
Sonic
2.
Advance.
1. Will be. It's a charming game. It's like
It's good.
it's decent.
I have not
It's like
I hate the special stages though.
I haven't played any of the advanced games, sadly.
Oh
That's
man,
rough, buddy.
that's really
It is
rough. You know, Advanced was one of my first Sonic games, and look at this was like one of my introductions to Sonic, and I saw this art render of Sonic where you see his back spines here. As a kid, I didn't know what a hedgehog was, so I thought those were wings.
man, thought he could fly.
that would have been wrong.
And that belief was reinforced by certain parts of Sonic games where you're like being pushed upwards by the air. It's-
I can just picture just Sonic just going as a catapult, just like.
All right,
Sonic Advance 1 is like as close you can get to a portable version of the classic games.
Yeah.
And-
By that I mean it's like the physics are completely neutered. Like there's 4 different playable characters in every one of them.
and the sprite
Yeah,
work
people
is
think-
gorgeous.
Yeah,
It
they
is
did, people
100%.
did officially this is their Sonic 4, which I could easily buy that.
Sonic 3.5.
Yeah.
I'd say low B for Sonic Advance 1.
Can we put it above 2?
Movie. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd
we could easily just
put it above
reorganize-
2.
Above
Yeah.
that's 2 votes above 2.
Yeah, it's above 2.
Oh hell yeah, we agreeing on
We
shit
could
now.
easily just reorganize, and we could easily
Alright, so
reorganize this
Sonic
with
Jam-
riddles.
It's a compilation
So who
game.
here has
Okay.
played Sonic Jam?
Not I.
Now I never played Sonic Jam, but you know what? I always wanted to. I remember being a kid on friggin' Sonic Gems Genesis Collection, Mega Collection, whatever the fuck, on the GameCube, looking through the history of Sonic and seeing Sonic run around this little 3D hub world, and I thought it looked charming, and I just wanted this game just to play around the hub world.
Oh, we got it in Frontiers. So
I mean,
True.
like if you're not boosting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this game is kind of difficult to judge because it's a collection.
Can
Basically,
we
it's
judge
just-
it? Well,
I
let's
don't think we should, but also because none of us have played it.
well, let's judge it instead for, you know, what it brings to the table, like the hub world, the additional modes for the older games, the extra
That's funny.
content added in.
That funny cartoon short that they added of Eggman trying to screw Sonic over.
Oh boy.
I really want to rank this, but none of us have played it.
I think we just need to
Let's-
add a never
let's play
played
it
too.
this year, but it's-
That's so sad because I want to rank this game at least in B.
Yeah, we'll put on a B to be determined.
TBD tier.
Yeah,
Never played TBD. Alright.
I want to put you in B.
Why could you give me what I want?
And this is where we become divided.
This is where we become so divided we start screaming slurs at each other.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Sonic Lost World. I think it's at least either high C or low B. But definitely not for the writing. I just like that it actually has level design instead of just boosting down a fucking hallway.
We can all agree that the writing sucks.
The writing is probably the worst it's ever been.
It is
I'm gonna
full of
keep it real.
voodoo.
I'll say this about the writing.
We're full of dipstick.
My buddy.
I'll say this about the writing. I don't think it's bad. However, I do think it perfectly embodies everything I dislike about how babyfied the meta era became, like the 2010s era of Sonic. Like, Colors destroyed Sonic lore by turning it into this. And you know who I have to blame for that? All of those stupid-ass game journos and so-called critics who are like, you know what the problem is with Sonic? It takes itself too seriously, yeah. And I just want to say, shut the fuck up. Kids like Edge. They do. Kids are little edgelords. They want more serious games. They don't want this baby shit.
Nobody will ever understand what it was like growing up with Shadow the Hedgehog on the Nintendo GameCube.
Dude, I fucking love Shao the Hedgehog. I don't care what anyone says.
On the original Xbox.
Anyway, I think I think Lost Tier is like a borderline D tier game for me, but I'm willing to compromise on a C because of the fact that obviously it's not.
Let's see how everyone else votes. Wait, finish your thought.
Here's the thing. So when it comes to Lost World, during the meta era, quote unquote, there wasn't really. I saw Lost World trailers for it, and I was like, "Yeah, this looks fine." It didn't quite draw me in like the other Sonic game reveals did. But then when I actually got the game, I was like, "Yeah, this is a Mario Galaxy game."
I like the parkour though.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I saw the gameplay. This is just Mario
Okay.
Galaxy with Sonic.
Yeah, it kind of felt like didn't have
felt
much
derivative.
personality into it. If you know what I mean, it's like it's. I like the parkour. That
I
was
do
cool
like
at
the
end,
parkour.
and I hope
I think parkour should have been added into future games.
Yeah,
That's the
like-
coolest thing it ever-
Like, that's the
Sonic
one
it's like-
big thing. It's like, oh, Sega's like, oh, the tiniest, slightest thing went wrong. Throw the entire fucking thing out instead of just keeping the good parts.
Because parkour, that's a very Sonic thing.
Yeah, why? It felt like he was running through the Sonic CD intro.
And besides, that would be a trend Sonic would get into because he thinks it's cool, so he would do that.
Oh no, it's 100% cool. But at the same time, it's like the level design
Doesn't really,
really
seem
doesn't take
old
that much
apple
advantage of it.
It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, you get a restoring out of it. It's like, it's not really a shortcut. It was just like, hell, it's probably even slower than the main path sometimes. So
And
it's like,
the charging the homing attack shit made me not know how to fucking beat Zabok for the longest time because I didn't know
Yeah.
you're supposed to charge it.
some Wisp powers in it were more useful than others.
Thank God they're all optional,
Thank God.
Yeah,
unlike
but,
Colors.
Unlike,
Yeah, but the novelty is just it's
The
like,
sh-
at least I had a reason.
yeah, but some of them went from decent to absolutely useless. Looking at you, bomb.
Admittedly, the coolest thing about Sonic Lost World was the Nintendo DLC we got for it.
Yeah, that was cool.
That Zelda level was raw as
Yeah.
hell.
And the next one was cute too.
Yeah,
But
There should have been a Robot Tails boss fight.
I agree.
I kind of want to put this game in S tier just because of the furry text mod I streamed.
I think it 100% deserves a C.
yeah, it's a C.
Let's see.
Okay, but can I say this about Lost World?
You
I
can talk
think-
about the furry text mod again.
The what? No. I think the 3DS version's better.
Eh,
Hear me out?
I
Hear me.
didn't play the 3DS version. I have no input.
I just like it, and it also has more power-ups. Tails feels more relevant to the plot since he can actually craft items and shit for you. And here's the big one. I know that like there's special stages and some bosses have like forced motion controls, and that's cringe. But here's a big one. You know that shitty ass snowball level? That's a snowboarding level in the 3DS version.
yeah, but some of the level design I feel like it's somehow even worse than the Wii version. Like,
Those
I don't know,
special
it was just more
stages were something else from what I've seen.
like some of it are better than the Wii version, but I feel like well, at the same time some of it were even worse. I think the Wisp powers are better.
The bosses are definitely better.
Listen,
Yeah, definitely.
the 3DS version isn't on this tier list from what I can see.
Sadly.
I'd probably give it around the same ranking as regular Lost World.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we thinking high C or low C?
Low C.
I think,
Low C.
yeah, I think below Sonic 1, definitely.
But higher than Sonic 4,
Higher than
definitely.
Sonic
Yeah,
4.
you get Sonic 4.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
least the physics somewhat worked.
Okay. Now here's the real Sonic 4. Mania, baby! This is definitely high B or low A for sure.
Yes, here.
Wait a minute.
I'm crazy. I'm saying S.
Guys, come on. I know it's a
This
great
is the
game,
crazy
but
one here.
I don't know about S tier, guys. Like,
Dude,
I mean, it's a good game, but I like
This
3D
is
Sonic
core.
I can give it high A.
because, like,
High
Okay. okay, high, but only ever so slightly below 3.
Sonic 3, definitely. But I mean, Sonic Mania.
Like
Sonic
literally,
Mania claps,
literally 1 pixel below 3 in Knuckles.
Yeah.
basically.
I'll compromise with that. I personally, it's for me, it is an S. It is above Sonic 3, but I'll compromise with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're saying low A. You're saying high S. So maybe we can compromise and put it in high A.
Well, yeah, we're doing high A.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
let's put it between 3 and Knuckles, so we say it's literally tied neck for neck with it.
It basically
Yeah.
is.
Basically, yeah.
What's this? Ooh, CD. This is gonna be something.
Sonic CD is a B tier game.
I think the remasters really elevated CD for me. I enjoy it a lot.
For
Fun
me, it's a
fact,
C.
fun fact, did you know that Sonic CD is the highest rated game on Metacritic for Sonic? It's a
For me,
9.5.
User score or game
Metacritic
critic score? Critic score?
Yeah.
We don't count
I
critic
saw that and I was
scores.
like, what the hell?
Okay, I'm gonna be odd boy and say it's a C.
Like, if to elaborate.
Okay, for me, what I don't like about the game as a whole is the level design.
Skill issue.
For me, it just feels like a lot of the time it's a big mess. It's like it makes trying to get the true ending more painful than it really needs to be. And look, I adore the soundtrack. That I will forever give. The soundtrack is just
does go
I
hard.
think the
It
level
goes very
design's
good.
pretty good, except for
some of
like
the
one
so
instance
forgettable.
of like the final zone. But that's
Yeah.
about it.
the boss
Yeah.
fights are not great at all.
You know what I like to
Alright,
do?
But hear me out.
You know what I like to do?
What do you like to do?
I like to do Japanese music when I play as Sonic and American music when I play as Tails.
I like to do the Japanese music until I get to Wacky Workbench, and then I'm just like, yeah, this doesn't hit.
You know, they should really let you mix and match between
I
levels.
100% agree.
That would be fucking like as a post-game reward.
I could just do the entire game's Japanese soundtrack and then have
Like
US
Well,
Wacky
shit.
Workbench.
for me, for me, it's the level design in. I think it's just it just breaks for me. It was just the level design that just breaks it for me, and the boss fights. Because are you gonna really remember any of them other than this Metal Sonic race?
I played this game so many times, so yeah, I do remember.
What is pathetic? The first boss is so pathetic.
We ain't got nothing on C.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here's my thoughts on it.
The most
Yeah.
I'll give it is low B.
I
That's
think
my compromise.
I think Sonic CD, in terms of level design, is like damn near a direct step up from Sonic 1
I do like the design,
in almost every way. I think Palm Tree Panic is just better Green Hill.
for sure.
Tidal Tempest is better Labyrinth.
Mhm.
I mean, those are like really the only two.
Sonic 1 Plus.
Metallic Madness is better Scrap Brain.
Sonic
That's like the other
1.5.
big comparison.
Yeah,
Stardust Speedway is better
It's literally
Starlight.
made with the same engine as Sonic 1, but not the one from Sonic 2.
X,
So
you've been
that's
real
what
quiet.
explains it.
Yeah, I know. I'm letting them talk.
I think Sonic CD is like 100% a low B at least.
Can I?
Yeah,
S-
I'll,
I'll
have an
compromise
opinion
with the
on
low
this
B.
game.
That's my compromise.
Okay.
I haven't played this game. I've yet to play this game. I'm gonna play this game when I get Origins Plus when it comes out this June.
Can we
So,
put it above
I'll-
2?
No,
I would put it above 2 personally because
Oh, I'm
Metal
outvoted
Yeah.
again.
sorry.
It's
I-
okay.
I just think some of the levels in 2 is just better than the ones in CD. Not all of them. I will say
Not all
there
of
is some
them.
bad ones in 2, but when the hits, there's just more higher hits than there is dips.
I don't know. I never struggled with the level design. Like back when I had a skill issue, I did, but now I just don't.
Like it's less a skill issue, and it's more like I just feel like the levels as a whole is a mess.
Fuck the pinball boss, though.
Yeah, that shit was
Oh, no.
kind of
It
cringe.
was
I just hate pinball in general.
all the bosses in Sonic CD were, I think, was just trash, other than Metal Sonic Fight, which doesn't even really count as a boss, to
I
be
think-
honest.
I think we
Remember that
can.
music in the Metal Sonic boss fight though.
I think we can
Yeah,
agree that.
that music goes hard.
I think we can agree that the special stage controls are ass.
Yeah,
I didn't really have an issue with them.
I like the concept, it's cool, but no.
I want to say one thing about CD before we move on to the next game.
Okay.
You know that DLC that's coming out for Origins? You know where you can play as Amy?
Yeah.
Is Amy going to rescue herself like it's fucking Luigi Galaxy? Or is she going to rescue Sonic?
I think she should rescue herself because it would be really funny.
No, I want her to rescue Sonic.
It'd be hilarious if she just rescued herself.
I would actually start crying mid-game.
There's actually a fan-made edit on DeviantArt of Amy rescuing Sonic in the CD ending, and that could be canon. That's on the verge of becoming canon. Super Amy is on the verge of becoming canon.
Dude, Super Amy happens.
If Sega just decides to not be sexist.
It does make me wonder how they're going to depict it. Are they going to give her the golden hair, or are they just going to do the flashing thing for, like, Tails and Knuckles?
I just hope they don't give her the stupid-ass electric yellow shield from Sonic Heroes.
She's a hedgehog, so they gotta give her the gold hair.
Gold or silver or either pink gold or what
She's
fucking...
right, dude, pink gold. Pink gold Amy.
And before that, she just becomes Super Saiyan Rose.
Oh my god, that would be crazy.
Amy Rose.
Amy Rose! Amy Rose the rascal from Sonic the Fighters.
Super Amy Rose.
Dude, she shouldn't be called Super Amy. She should be called Rascal Amy.
Let's not do that.
Okay, but I was joking. Now,
Little rascals.
this next game's gonna have us. Okay, X, do you agree with putting CD right here?
We work.
All right. Now we're about to be at each other's fucking throats.
Or somehow.
Okay, hear me out.
Somehow I.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
But, hold on.
I like 06.
All
It's a
right.
guilty pleasure.
Okay.
So let me just address that with I also like 06, but not quite for the same reasons. So so anyway, if we're talking Project 06, this is a very easy A tier.
We're talking like we're talking normal 06. Normal 06.
This is like objectively a pretty bad game.
Yeah, it's on a
all things
technical level.
considered.
It is a guilty pleasure of
It
the
is,
nth
but it
degree.
is so goddamn fun to break. It is easily one of my favorite Sonic games to just go in, do some dumb bullshit, and then...
Do you know what it's
Yeah,
like?
let's just stand on
It's
the
like-
side of a loop. Let's just walk up a loop.
let me just exit the boundaries of this boss fight.
Sonic 4 3D.
Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like? It's like being a little kid and you see all these nice Lego buildings, but you just want to smash them all to bits.
Okay. Okay. Now that we're
That's what
done,
Lego 6 is.
can we stop bullying 06 for a minute because I like this game unironically. Like I know it's a buggy fucking mess, but you know what? So is Skyrim, and everyone loves
For
that
me,
game.
Objectively, I would definitely don't like it still because I don't like the story in my opinion because it feels like it's.
I enjoy the
sequence of
story.
time travel. It's a mess.
Son, I play
But the
Kingdom
story
Hearts. I'm
is-
able to make sense of game
But
stories
hear me
like
out.
this.
But hear me out. It introduces the best character in the series
Silver.
and the second best character in the series.
Second
Well, I
one.
guess it didn't introduce her, but
I consider 06 to be a Rush
Yeah.
prequel. Like when,
I wish they did more with Blaze though.
they really should have.
like here's,
Yeah.
like I theorize that when Blaze like gets sent to another dimension at the end of Silver's story, that's how she gets the Soul Dimension, and that's where
Yeah,
Rush
yeah.
starts.
Yeah.
But Rush
me,
came out
there's some-
before 06.
Well, that's not the first time that a Sonic game's been released out of order. Like, did you know Sonic Battle came out before Sonic Heroes? Then how is Shadow in Battle if he didn't wake up in Heroes yet?
Yeah, but I think we're getting a little distracted there.
Yeah.
Okay, 06. There's some bits of the story I like. I like Shadow's whole character as a whole. I think he was consistently done well, unlike Shadow the Hedgehog, I felt. It's like consistent from where he was from Heroes to here. It's like, I felt like he was on point.
Yeah, Shadow was the best character in 06.
100%.
I love Shadow.
Like, that was
I
the...
love Shadow.
that's the
I love
Shadow
playing
saw.
as Sonic more, but still.
Like, Shadow as a character, this was his best.
I
think-
I think Silver should have had like some sort of projectile attack.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, Silver should have had a lot more than he does.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
They were like, Psychic Hedgehog, okay, how are we gonna do it? And then they just had a big blank. And-
it's just a Patrick thought bubble where it's the milk spilling over.
Give him the Force.
Let's just have him have force levitation.
They was like, give him the force, make him levitate, and then they forgot everything
Just
else.
Give him the most basic.
Yeah,
of
imagine being a
basic
Jedi, but you cannot use the levitation for the Force because you have to reverse backhand someone first.
Now hear me out. I think that every character in 06 is like pretty neutered. However, I will say that when you go into the Amigo mode and you pick like Blaze or Silver, it's like actually pretty fun. Because Blaze is one of the most fun.
I love
playstyles in
playing
that
as
game.
Blaze so much. Like
Like,
this,
it's
there
so
is
good.
actual unironic fun to be had in this game, so that's why I can't put it at the bottom.
Yeah,
I
but-
can't
yeah,
agree with the
'cause they
game
want-
journals. I just can't.
Yeah,
I
because
can't put it in
they
D personally
wanted to
because I
ship
like
this
it.
out for a Christmas release date so it can go coincide with Sonic's 50th anniversary.
Yeah, like they shouldn't have rushed it. They shouldn't have made it an anniversary title. They
Because
should have just made it a
It probably
Sonic
didn't
game.
feel like the
should've
game to
put Sonic
represent
in.
Sonic's 50th anniversary. They
Let
probably
him cook.
didn't think they didn't want the game to represent Sonic's 50th anniversary to be just Sonic Riders, so they released this.
It should have just been Sonic Riders.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Make the announcement of 06 the big thing. Other game
Yeah,
series do that.
Because this logo's there if you look at the box art for Sonic Riders. It says the 50th anniversary, and so does 06.
I think 06 is a high C tier game.
I would
Fair
put
enough.
yeah, high C or low B, either way.
Low B, because
I see.
Yeah, I can go either way.
Exile, you're a little quiet.
Am I?
I can hear him just fine.
Let-
Let me just take you up a bit.
Okay.
uh,
You know, I
Yeah,
think we
it's
should.
been a low B.
I
yeah,
th-
low B,
Low B.
I think we should address the elephant in the room before we move on.
the room.
I think
Uh,
everyone needs to shut the fuck up about the kiss already. Like,
Yeah.
who fucking cares? He's anthropomorphic. If he wanted her to not kiss her, then he could have had his little blue soul thing from the previous cutscene intervene. It's
Yeah,
just
but-
Sleeping Beauty. Who cares?
For me, I was just only miffed.
It's not the
narratively.
same as bestiality.
I didn't count
Yeah,
think about the
sure.
bestiality thing. I just thought because it was silly in this, in terms of the story. I thought, come on, but that's besides the point.
Here's the thing. All of us are fucking furries. Okay? I'm gonna be upfront about that.
The call out post on Twitter.com.
Oh,
And all of the anti-furries, they're closet furries. No. All the anti-furries who are just hating on this shit just cause it's furry shit, they're all closet furries. We know this. So, like, you know, Princess Elise, she's just a furry who can actually live out her fantasy unlike us, so who cares?
True.
Yeah, I just wish our character was a bit better.
Like-
this is a furry.
Wait.
This is canon.
You know who else is actually canonically a furry? Eggman. He's secretly an edgelord too, but that's a discussion for a different video.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
I
hear
wish
me
at least
out.
I had more time in the spotlight, but I think fortunately the game, as much as the game tried, I don't think they really conveyed her character well enough.
Alright, so
I'm-
hear me out. 06's story isn't great, but it did give us one of the greatest YouTube poops of all time.
That's true.
What's that?
The worst Sonic fanfic ever. That shit is so funny.
I like the story.
It's like 10 years old.
I did enjoy the story. I don't think it's as bad as everyone says, but I do think like some parts of it could have been explained better.
It needed time to cook.
It needed time to cook. Like, this is a prime rib. This is like a prime amazing steak that just wasn't cooked right.
Yeah, the rib guy put it in, and we wanted a medium
Pulled it out
rare,
before it was
he came
done.
out well done. So we asked him politely for me to leave.
It's like failing to will it blow.
Yeah, it's like
It
we
could,
needed
it's like
more
it
time
could have
like
been
that.
fantastic.
I'm gonna have to give this Sonic game 3.5 Mark Ruffalo's.
Alright, we need to move on from 06. We've been talking
Yeah,
about this for the better half of 10 minutes.
Subscribe to Ordinary Sausage.
Yeah, but we didn't want to kill each other like it's the US Congress.
He didn't pay me to promote his channel. I just like him. Okay, Frontiers, I'm just gonna say I like it, but I think it could have been better. I think Infinite is misunderstood as a villain. Like, people don't really get him like I do. But, so I'm gonna have to put it in C tier.
Me
It,
resisting
it,
the urge.
it would be higher if the boost Sonic levels weren't just hold one button to win.
Did you actually called us Frontiers?
I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to put it low C or D.
Yeah, it's D for me. Sorry.
Me resisting the urge to cook forces.
Just vote for your placement, damn it.
I'm gonna say D.
Damn, I'm outvoted.
Yeah,
Okay,
Classic Sonic was unnecessary.
he was unnecessary.
His gameplay style, Classic Sonic's gameplay style is just terrible.
They improved his role and downgraded everything else.
Classic Sonic!
The nerd version
You
of
weren't.
the
It
version.
didn't need to be there!
Can I say
Maybe it
one?
already happened!
Can I say one thing about my unpopular love interest before we banish it to the Shadow Realm?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I love the Avatar.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool
Everyone
inclusion.
loves the Avatar.
The Avatar should come back. Like, Sega, listen to me. Listen, Sega gets in your face.
No, don't listen to him.
Sega. I know you have a habit of throwing out literally everything anytime the slightest thing goes wrong with a game, but don't do that with the Avatar. Bring the Avatar back sometimes. It doesn't have to be every game, but sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it's just make a spin-off or like a side games where they're doing the whole narrative.
Literally called the Avatar spin-off game Original the Character. Literally just call it that.
Please call it original. Sega, $1 million idea.
Sonic Forces Avatar Adventure. Sonic Forces, the like side mission.
Oh,
I think-
hey.
I think original the character would be objectively funnier.
Okay, can I say something about Sonic Lost World that I meant to say earlier but forgot to?
Yeah.
You wanna know who fucking directed this game?
Ooh.
The same motherfucker who directed Frontiers. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
You mean Forces?
No,
Or Frontiers proper?
Kishimoto.
Character redemption arc. Well done.
No,
Kishimoto literally
see,
had a redemption arc.
you can tell, like, there's bits of Lost World in Frontiers, you know? Like, this is what happened. Like, Lost World is what you get when Sega doesn't let Sonic Team have a budget. Frontiers is what you get when Sega lets Sonic Team have a budget. Like, Sonic Team's always been insanely talented. It's just Sega keeps holding them back.
Frontiers feels like the perfect execution of Lost World. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Alright, let's before we fall into the rabbit hole of talking about Frontiers again.
Because I love that game so much. I love Frontiers so much.
Alright. So it's Forces. It gets shoved down to D. Sorry for those who like it, but it's been outvoted for today.
You know, Shun Nakamura was involved in both Forces and 06. I'd like to point that out. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Alright.
Zero Gravity. Never played.
here.
I
Very easily.
want to play this game, but I just don't own it.
Chase, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. You're not
Yeah.
missing much.
Oh, really?
So let me tell you what happened with Zero Gravity.
I'm
so
listening.
Apparently, people did not like that Riders 1 had a lot of different mechanics that weren't explained to you unless you watched the tutorial if you idled on the title screen for
I
a
was basically forced to do the training thing for hours before I could actually start the fucking campaign.
They didn't like a high skill gap. The skill
So-
ceiling.
bit. What they did was they drastically slowed the pace of the game down, made all boards basically homogenized, made it so that specific types of boards could do certain things, and locked shortcuts behind getting rings. They made it so that
Oh.
shortcuts are objectively faster instead of, making a risk reward of, yeah, sure, this grind rail does give me air, but it slows me down.
Oh.
And certain particular shortcuts can only be accessed if you're either off the board, which really only happens if you're supersonic and run out of rings, or you get by RNG the attack power up.
Me resisting the urge to cook Zero Gravity.
So it's capital.
So hear me out. There's shortcuts locked behind RNG.
Oh, I
because
hate
they
RNG.
Reduce your boost attack to a power up. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the mechanics that the game introduces. I like the gravity dive and the gravity drift. I think everything else about this game is like pretty egregiously bad, though.
I don't like this. The pace is slowed down, and I didn't like that. I actually don't like the gravity drift at all. I prefer the original drift.
Gravity drift would have been cool if it didn't completely slow the game down.
I like the gravity dive. That's great.
Yeah,
What's our verdict on the story?
it's fine.
I actually like it a bit better than base Riders. It's like I like the try to tie more about the lore of the Babylonian rogues.
Yeah,
It's a better plot than base Riders, I would say.
Yeah.
All right.
So hear me out.
So and it probably gives more lore reasons why Eggman can make so many robots, and why he's so fucking minted half the time.
Hear me out. I could put this shit in D tier and not give a shit.
Yeah, for me, I'm giving it a C.
I want to put
That
you
is
in
so
C.
not Forces, dude.
Not Forcey! He saw that as an opportunity!
It hurts. I wanted this game to be successful. All right, we ready to move
We're
on?
gonna get off Zero Gravity. I want to talk about a thing I like.
Here we go. This is B. This is just gonna be B.
Wait, Avent, were you saying something?
I said let's get off Zero Gravity. We need to talk about something I actually like.
Okay, now.
Yeah, let's get
You
to
ready for
Sonic
B?
movie.
Hey fellas, you ready for B? This is totally B.
Okay, this next game, I initially really fucking hated, but over time, as I got more acquainted with it, it became an acquired taste, you know? Like, it's one of those things that has an aftertaste. It's not as bad as when you first play it, you know? Like, you gotta give it 2 or 3 playthroughs before you're like, okay, this is nice.
Yeah, this is totally just B.
All right.
Just super glued, monkey ass glue, S.
Okay. Why do you think Unleashed goes in S? Like, I like it, but it's not S tier, buddy. I would put it in B.
I would put Unleashed in A personally.
Oh, we are divided. Exile, break the tie.
I would,
Yeah,
I
this
would
is-
put it in a high A.
How high we talking?
Huh?
How high we talking?
Like some, like not like right at like right below, uh,
Right below 3K in Mania?
Yeah.
Uh, let's uh
You're stuttering a lot, dude.
the speed levels, the fast levels, they're good.
The fast levels. He's nervous.
Fast levels, dang.
Fast levels.
The fast levels!
Fast levels.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
It's like, what's his fast levels? He's got ludicrous speed, sir.
Alright,
Ludicrous speed.
so here's the thing.
He's got plaid.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
I
Art
love.
of the Day stages are pretty good, but Sonic is like a little too
Slippery?
even in a hub world. Like he just goes from 0 to 60. Like
Yeah.
Like Sonic Heroes.
Sonic Heroes has a little bit of like build up.
Objectively, I will concede that it is an A. It's just my personal feelings. I would. It's forever just going to be an S tier game because I love the daytime levels. It's the fastest. I feel like it is Sonic at its fastest. Even Generations in the other Boost games, it feels slower in comparison to what Unleashed's level speed is. But it's high speed, but it's manageable with the level design. I think in the story, I love, the whole world. You can travel the whole world because it's that literal world building.
Supersonic
Yeah.
Odyssey.
You know,
Uh,
anything of the world.
Yeah, Sonic, I feel like as a character, he's at his best here. Like he's
Probably.
so
That title goes to Black Knight, bro.
Yeah, that
100%. But anyway.
100% Black Knight.
I'd say those two are equal in how much they got it just right.
Your username is literally named after Knight of the fucking Wind.
Yeah, they were released the same year, and so Sonic's character was at his peak at that year. 2008 was a fucking great year.
He fell off plus ratio. But anyway.
Okay.
And
Sonic.
Can I say something?
I would be the one to say I do like the Warthog.
Oh, dude, I've not gotten to say
Yeah.
a damn thing about Unleashed yet. Anyway, I think Unleashed would have been an S tier very easily if there were more daytime levels to match the nighttime levels. Because don't get me wrong.
Or
I
at
do
least
like
if
the
they were
Warthog.
long enough to match the length
Yeah.
of the nighttime. Because
Yeah,
like
God of War,
it's
don't
not
get me
it's
wrong.
not 50-50, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like the Werehog parts is the main game. It's good, but it's not what you come to Sonic for, you know what I mean?
Listen, I love God of War. It's my favorite Sonic game.
This ain't God of War, son. This is Claude of War.
Wow. Okay.
God of War is my favorite Sonic game.
Okay, so everyone's just gorging themselves on Werehog semen.
Sonic Werehog just climbing up out of the house going, Zeus, your fury has returned.
I think the Wii version did certain things better, and I think the Japanese version had better voice acting. Especially for the Werehog and Chip.
Of course, the Japanese version
Nah.
has better voice acting.
I kind
Naturally.
of disagree because I think Chips' Japanese voice isn't buy it for me. Like,
think-
I think Chips fine.
You know what I really fucking hate about
The
Unleashed?
4Kids era in general did not have great voice acting until Black Knight, but
And Unleashed because I think Jason Griffith really hit his stride at that point.
oh, dude, his Werehog Sonic is like borderline perfect. Don't get me wrong.
I have two major gripes with
Dude,
Unleashed.
it's just Jet.
Guys, I have two major gripes with Unleashed.
What's up?
I think the humans are fucking ugly as sin. Like, I don't like this Pixar overly cartoony bullshit they did. Except for Professor Pickle. He makes it look good.
I disagree. I think it works pretty well.
I hate it. I fucking
I'm in
hate
the
it.
same boat.
Yeah, I mean, if they did the whole like Nights in the Dreams kind of thing,
I despise it.
Which is kind of what they did, basically.
No, they should have kept either semi-realistic humans or just go back to making anime like humans. Because Sonic is a fucking anime. It's a shonen.
Listen, I'm just gonna be real. I think the 06 and Unleashed are on like the two extreme ends of humans in Sonic, and I don't like either of them all that much. I feel like I could
Final
tolerate the.
Fantasy realistic or just Pixar?
Just anything that's not Unleashed humans. My gosh, it's like they're listening to game journals who think, oh no, Sonic clashes with them too much. No. So humans bad, humans and Sonic bad. It takes place on Mobius, not Earth.
Me when I see a human,
When I see a human.
I just turn into Zamasu from Dragon Ball.
I think because of the
Ningen!
Sonic- for me, I like the Pixar humans because of how they made Sonic's model in the overall art direction. It fits better. But any other
I like
art
how the
style,
monsters look.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, we don't
It
need
was,
to talk
it was
about
just how
this.
Sonic was made. Alright. But I'll compromise objectively, it is an A. Because there is some jank and, well, Eggman Land really.
Sonic has has liquid soap on the bottom of his fucking shoes.
Yeah,
No,
those
we'll
are
get there.
pretty-
No,
On the
Pretty
topic of,
slippery.
like humans
it
and Sonic,
is slippery.
on the topic of humans and Sonic, I think they should keep the humans in Sonic because it would be really just I don't know why.
Be weird if Eggman was the only
Fine.
human.
Yeah, if Eggman was the only
Yeah.
human.
I
Eggman
always,
living in a world full of animals.
yeah, here's what,
Animals.
my headcanon for the longest time is that humans lived on the mainland areas while Sonic and his little animal buddies lived on South Island, West Island, and Angel Island, and all that. And then they later actually made that canon, and I was like, haha, my headcanon was correct. Fuck all of you.
Alright, let's move on quickly.
All right, let's move on.
Can I move on to the other thing I hate about Unleashed?
Yeah, what's up?
All right,
The fucking medals. I think they should just be for the side stages. I think we can all agree about that.
about the-
Even if getting them isn't that hard, it's
All
just
the medals.
unnecessary.
Yeah,
about
I
the
agree.
medal. Cut out.
Okay, for me, after my most recent playthrough of Unleashed, I don't think they're as egregious as everyone likes to make them as.
They're not that egregious, but they're so fucking unnecessary. Like, all that should matter is I beat the level. That's it. That should just be the entire prerequisite of accessing
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
part of the story.
I shouldn't have to hunt down medals just to progress the story.
Yeah, that's fucking cringe.
Like,
Like
on-
other
on
game. This
Unleashed,
is
there was
not.
one where-
This isn't Super Mario 64 where the game is
At least
designed
let me
around
trade them
that
in
shit.
For special stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
what Unleashed
great.
did with them, where it was you get them in the levels for different ranks, and then when you get them, they just unlock like bonus content. I think that was
Yeah.
a pretty good way of handling them.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's,
And Eggman Land
it-
fucking
it's-
sucked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was better in the
We
Wii
need to
version.
move on from Unleashed. We've been on this.
Okay, last thing I'll say about Unleashed. I want to eat that fucking ice cream.
But I
Yeah,
still
we,
look good.
Yeah,
we should just somehow manifest that chocolate ice cream sundae into existence.
Okay, let me save you some time on this next one.
No, I agree. No,
It's literally hold right to win, but there's no fucking avatar to make it fun.
his whole right to win and the level design is awful.
Can I make
And getting the Chaos Emeralds is worse than pulling teeth.
Okay, can I make a salt statement where because I haven't played much of 2, right?
Uh-huh.
But can I say something that will edge it still in T, but it's a front of forces? The pixel
No,
art.
that shit's below forces.
art.
I'm sorry.
Pixel art.
I like the pick. I do think when he goes super, that's fucking raw. I think when he saves
like-
vanilla, that's fucking raw. But that's about
it's
it.
Also, the idea. I love the idea with the high speed. When you get that fast, you start creating after images, which
It doesn't
that's
matter
cool.
because you're just holding one button. At least in forces, you have to like sidestep and shit.
Rarely sidestep.
But,
Still,
Hear me out. Sonic
So, moving
Advance
forward.
2 at least has playable characters.
Yeah.
that's true.
That's true. Put it over forces.
I guess, but do any of them matter when you can beat the level the same way as all of them?
I would say they do. At least I can look at something cooler that's not
Ah.
Sonic
I disagree.
or the Avatar.
And can I say something about this game's story?
Yeah, what's up?
the Chaos Emeralds are so fucking pointless because if you just beat the game without getting the Chaos Emeralds, sure, you never see Vanilla, but that also means she never gets kidnapped. So, like, there's zero story reason to get the emeralds. If you don't get them, the final story doesn't happen and she just never gets kidnapped. Ever.
But then she doesn't get Kanamiya. Be canon.
Dude, she become you see her later in Rush anyway.
That's no mom.
You see her in Rush later anyway, so yes, she's still canon.
This is true. You do see her in Rush.
Yeah.
So like the Chaos Emeralds are not only the most this is not only the worst the Chaos Emeralds have ever been in any Sonic game. They're like counterintuitive to your mission. Getting them prolongs your mission. Whereas in the other games, they were required to really truly save the day.
Alright, we can move
Yeah.
on from Advance 2.
I,
None of us have
I,
a strong opinion on
I
this game.
fucking hate Advance 2. I like Advance 3 though.
We'll get there.
But we'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
No.
Shadow the Hedgehog. We're about to be divisive. This is a high D for me.
No, 100%. Here's the thing. So, back when I was a kid, I did all 10 endings of the game on the GameCube, and for some reason, the last story didn't unlock for me, no matter how many times I tried. So,
They do, like every single ending.
so here's the thing. I think it was 2020, I played through the entire game. Chase and Exile get to watch most of it.
Yeah,
I think that made my opinion of Shadow the Hedgehog worse.
Yeah, any game becomes worse when you try to 100% it. Not gonna lie.
Like, it's... The way it annoys me about Shadow the Hedgehog is about those 10 endings. To what you could have easily done to fix all of that. Either,
Make a cohesive story.
Just make one story.
either A, do not add the final story whatsoever and just leave it of 10 ambiguous endings, right?
But the
That-
10 endings are dog shit. They're all bad.
Just have one well-written story.
Yeah, that's the other one I was going to say. Either remove the 10 endings and just have one cohesive story with one ending, one canonical ending, or remove the last story and just leave the 10 ambiguous endings.
If it was just one big story, then this would be the easiest S tier of my life. No cap.
I don't know. The controls are.
Gameplay,
Yeah, like they'd also have to fix the controls. Like the 10 endings and the controls, those are my only two gripes with this game. I love Shadow the Hedgehog, but it's got two major strikes against it. Like if those two things were fixed, easy S tier.
Now,
Ju-
hear me out. The soundtrack is S tier,
Well, it's a Sonic game, dude. That's a cold take.
but the soundtrack is especially S tier.
I like the cut song. This is who I am, not a shadow of who I want to be. You're gonna copyright me over a cover?
Okay, but
Yes.
besides the
You know
endings
about that.
being stupid,
I like when he
the
kills
gunplay could've been
Eggman.
much better.
Fat fuck deserved it.
The gunplay could have been better. The mission structure,
The gunplay wasn't bad.
the morale system is okay. We'll keep it done with the missions.
I hate the artificial chaos mission.
Dude,
Oh.
all the missions were pretty bad. I'm not.
I know, but artificial chaos was just especially offensive.
Okay,
Yeah.
and level design, no.
We're missing Ultraman.
No.
No.
Like, go back to your corner, Sega. Go back to your corner and think about what you've done.
It's because they were all trying to be designed around 3 different missions. When again, it should have just all been. All of this game's problems stem from just make it all one story.
They were like, hey, you know the weakest part of Heroes? Let's make the whole game about that.
Yeah, genuinely, that's basically it.
Ben tried to make Jack and Daxter too.
And without adjusting the controls, so it's not just as slippery as Heroes.
X,
No,
what
it
was you
still
saying?
is. So have fun dealing with that.
With Sonic characters.
I will give Shadow the Hedgehog one true positive, other than its soundtrack. The multiplayer is goated.
Yes, it is. Guys, I can't hear Exile over you two.
I fucking love Shadow the Hedgehog's multiplayer.
Me too, but X, what were you saying?
Wait. forgot.
I forgot.
Why did you two do him like that?
We destroyed his train of thought.
You know I had to do it to him.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember. I remember what I said. I said man tried to make Jack 2 and stumbled right out the gate.
Oh yeah, and I thought, and
Got it. I swear if the controls were better and if it was just one big story instead of friggin'
No,
10.
100% it would have been an S tier.
Yeah, because I unironically love this game. I think it's a really good game, but those are two huge strikes against it. Like, oh.
Shadow
Sega,
is
please
best-
remake this game.
For me, as a when Shadow's at its best, it is kind of it's good but mid. But when it's worse, it's dog shit.
Remake this game and call it Shadow the Hedgehog Reloaded.
Shout out that Hedgehog Reload.
You know, like, this game had, like, a pump-action SMT, which wasn't a real gun until after this game was made.
But if you want to go all the way edgy, you're gonna go Shadow the Hedgehog, that bitch ass motherfucker.
I want Shadow to say the bitch.
Oh, yeah,
Shadow
keep
the
all...
Hedgehog.
Can I say something about the swearing? Can I say something about the swearing? Can people
Now what?
shut up about the swearing? Like, oh no, a Sonic character said damn. Yeah, so what? It's just a fucking word. They've all been saying damn, hell, and all these other words in the Japanese versions all the time. This is just the only game to not censor it.
Damn is not a swear. People are just childish.
America is just childish.
Damn is not a swear.
Keep all the swearing when you remake this game, please.
British Australians will call that something a baby would make.
I like how the word cunt is so taboo over here, but over in UK it's like, oh, how you doing, you cunt? Oh, I'm good. How are you, cunt?
You know,
And there goes your money.
the demonetization. The demonetization is real.
Ah!
All right, let's move on from Shadow.
I love you, Shadow.
Sonic Man.
Did anyone ever play Sonic Jump?
Nope.
Does anyone care?
No.
No.
Sonic Rush.
Put it up there.
I'd say it's definitely low B. Okay, high B.
Okay,
Yeah,
I get
that's reasonable. Anyway, so the soundtrack to Sonic Rush is peak.
Beautiful.
Low-key one of the best Sonic sound. It's probably the best
Yeah.
Sonic soundtrack in my opinion.
I love everything about this game except for the fucking bosses.
The bosses are kind of dog shit, but the level design, Blaze the Cat, the
I-
special stages were like
I don't want to
like
move it
the
to
perfection
A.
of the Sonic 2 special stage formula, in my
sound
opinion.
like them.
And oh, Blaze. Oh, Blaze in her hover.
Blaze.
Absolute queen.
Blaze.
Wait,
Okay, so where we
Great
putting
tier game.
Rush?
I'll put an A.
It's A for me.
I wouldn't put it above Unleashed though.
Oh, come on. It's way better than Unleashed.
Objectively, yes, but it's stuck on the DS.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really a point against it. Like, we're ranking the games as themselves, not how easily you can access
For me,
them.
I would say Rush is it in front of Unleashed. Hell no.
Well, of course you wouldn't.
Wouldn't you like to know?
For me, what held it back is yes, the bosses, but also, unlike you guys, I'm not a fan of the special stages at all. It's like I think it's actually one of the weaker versions of the half fights.
It's the least offensive version of the half pipe for me. I like it.
It's because the touch controls. It's like it tries its best, but it's like it's not enough.
What are you talking about? Like, the touch controls for the special stages were perfect. I had zero issue.
Like, I think the colors for DS did it better.
I can agree with that.
I'm not entirely sure about that, but oh well. All right,
Let's
X.
move on.
Break the tie, X. Where are you voting to put this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just leave it an A here.
Just leave it there.
I personally think it deserves to go right here-ish, but I am
I think
outvoted,
it
so
deserves to
we
go
will
above
move
Sonic
on.
3 personally, but that's just me.
All right, where are we putting Riders?
Sonic Riders is an S tier game.
Yes, yeah, but it's so good.
Yes, yeah.
Peak
S tier? This game, really?
This is real.
Yes.
I can't believe I said that as a joke, and then everyone just agreed with me. But now
I don't think it's S tier, but I will concede that it's a very amazing racing
Now, hear
game.
me out.
I just think the controls could be just a
We could
little
definitely
better.
Put it in A tier, but
I would put it in like middle A tier. I like it a lot. I just like the other games more.
Okay, allow me to share
Sonic
two,
Riders.
only two grades for writers, right?
If they had like a
Okay.
dedicated training mode for that game.
Yeah,
Now, hear
that
me out. Sonic Riders Tournament Edition does have that.
yeah, but we're talking just about these games. Like no,
True.
Yeah, and here's my two grades for writers, okay? Is some of the missions, if you want to 100% everything, can be stupid as hell. And I'm not the biggest fan of the story, especially when all it leads up to is a carpet. Like, do I really want to give a shit about our
But
fucking...
that's the funny part.
the weak point is the final boss.
All of
Like,
this
that's-
is perfect.
Yeah, it's awful. Like, I could just go to my fucking B&Q if I want a fucking rug.
Listen, that's the irony of that story, and it's funny. Because Eggman does all this work, and then he's just like, all right, I'm gonna bust a cap at you guys, and then they're like, yeah, fine, take the treasure. Then Eggman's like, look at this carpet, this is worthless.
Imagine
to
this
go into
was
this whole
like,
right-
imagine that carpet was the segue for Secret Rings.
Dude, if only, but it might have been
only.
actually. I'm might have been a little hint drop.
Which, I mean, that's gonna be our next point to talk about.
All right, Sonic and the Secret Rings.
The
No, like where are we putting riders? Like high A, low A, mid A?
Hi, I get it.
How high we talking? Above or below 3?
Above Sonic 3.
Above Sonic 3.
I disagree, but I am outvoted, so I will concede to democracy.
Okay.
Sonic and the Secret Rings. This is gonna be a weird one.
Okay, I like Secret Rings, I just don't like the control scheme. I like everything else about it
Secret
though.
Rings is-
Except for the Dino Egg mission.
Okay, I will say that Secret Rings and Black Knight would have been good games.
If it weren't for the Wii.
Hold up, I know you ain't dissing Black Knight. We'll get to that later.
They would have been fine game. They would have been perfectly good games had they not been on the Wii.
Can I disagree with one little thing? I don't think being on the Wii necessarily is what held it back. I think it's like the force control scheme they chose because not
Yeah,
every
that's
game on the
because it
Wii was
on
like
the
that.
Wii.
No, look at Mario Galaxy. You can use a control stick and move in all 8 directions.
Well, if it wasn't on rails,
It's the fact that it was on rails.
Yeah, that like not that it was on the Wii, the fact that it was on rails. Like I
It was on
think
rails.
Secret Rings would have been perfect as an adventure style game, and to prove my point, there's actually a mod for Project 06 that turned Secret Rings into an adventure game, and it was actually awesome.
Okay, Secret Rings, a game that was originally made as a port of 06 for the Wii until they made it their own game.
I like the story.
I like the story.
Oh, the stories of both games are like absolutely fire. Like
For real, I love.
for real, I love Secret Rings' story, and I especially love Black Knight's story. We'll get there.
Oh, we will get to peak fiction later, believe me.
But Secret Rings as a game is horrible.
The missions are
It's the worst.
We putting it in C or D, gentlemen.
I think C because that soundtrack and the story.
for me.
That
It's a
shit
C.
goes
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, if I could give it a little piece, I like the story. Some of the controls can be a bit finicky. Some of the missions are not that great, but I like the art direction. I like you could customize Sonic in a way, and I like the party mode.
party mode was the weak part.
Nobody fucking cares about the party mode.
Exactly.
Wow, I'm
That was
like-
the weak part.
Hey!
I tried the fucking shovel the gold game once, and I never touched party
I
mode
love
again.
that. I got so much mileage out of that party game mode. Me and my friends played that shit every single birthday party.
I love the Calfor one.
All right, Exile, what do you think of Secret Rings? Because you've been quiet.
Yeah, I go C.
See?
Definitely Secret.
See, it is. See, it is.
Okay.
Even though I kind of want to put it over here, but I can't.
Maybe not.
Okay, Sonic Chronicles, a game I personally love, but I have yet to finish.
That game, right in C, where it belongs.
See,
Okay. Let me talk about Sonic Chronicles real quick.
I want this game to be canon, but it can't be because of Ken.
Because this is a game I played so much as a kid. I played this game an unreasonable amount. And here's the thing: I do think as an RPG, it's fun.
It's fun.
Unfortunately, everything else about the game is kind of whack.
I like the
It's
game.
got a really
Yeah.
good start, and then it just kind of nosedives in the second half of the game.
Doesn't even
Mhm.
use-
My big thing with Chronicles, it's a good game, but the battle system is a bit too slow paced for my liking.
And the music is dog water.
Well, there's a few good tracks in there. Come
That
on.
shit is
Yeah,
unlistenable.
like one,
Bro,
which is just for the opening.
bro.
More than
The
one.
soundtrack. It sounds like it belongs on an 8-bit system.
I wouldn't even call it that. I think that's being
You
generous.
should have on the Commodore 64 and say,
I like that humans came to South Island and built a fucking city there, right next to Green
I
Hill.
honestly like that human characters exist in this game and they use the Archie comic style. That was a really good decision.
Like,
Yeah, that was.
and there was like
Like,
all this little
that
lore
was
you
a
could
sequel.
learn by like reading the little
And then
bios and
Whoa.
stuff.
I might try to tie it back to the Gizoid lore from Battle.
I don't know why they tried to do that. That was
I
random.
think the narrative is, what's the word? Kind of all over the place. Cause like, you go, like, when you get to the second half where you go to these, like, other dimensions, you just beat all these people just to get the Chaos Symbols, it's like, once you're done beating these people, you don't need to think about them anymore, because they contribute nothing to the final act.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the cliffhanger ending, which will never get resolved.
I'm so mad. Fuck Ken Penders.
Ken Pender's like, dude, I liked I liked most of your stuff, man, but you really fucking fell off. Oh my gosh.
And gameplay,
What have you done?
I think we've said just about everything that needs to be said about Sonic Chronicles.
I like this game, but this game needs a remake.
They took Shade of the Echidna from us. That's yeah, you know what? That makes a D tier alone.
Even if like they have to like change the villains so that Ken Penders doesn't get his panties in a twist, I still want a remake.
Do you guys remember when Ken Penders was trying to sue
I just
the
like
makers of Sonic
RPGs.
2 because of the fact that Knuckles had a dad?
Ken, you don't fucking own the concept of echidnas.
Bro.
Ken Penders really just thinks he owns the Echidna.
Alright, let's move on.
Some stuff.
Because I wonder what the hell that is. But maybe the mobile game of Sonic Boom
Oh,
or something.
Sonic Dash 2.
Guys.
Sonic Boom.
Guys, I have a request.
Uh,
Can we just put all of the Boom games in Free Riders tier?
Yes, we absolutely can. We 100%
Really?
can. Let's not even talk about them.
Really?
Let's just not talk.
okay,
Thank
let's not talk about Sonic
you.
Boom for as long as we can.
It never happened.
We could just ignore its
TV
no
show is
exile.
fine.
We could just ignore its existence.
What was you gonna say, X?
The TV show is
The
fine.
show is got fine, but we can ignore the rest of the game.
Why the fuck would I
It's
watch?
never happened. The Sonic Boom existed as a TV show.
Why the fuck would I watch Sonic Boom the show when Sonic X and Sonic Sat AM are literally right there?
Because Sonic X ended a long time ago.
I would rather rewatch that shit than ever sit through an episode of retarded Knuckles, Simp Tails, douchebag Sonic, and probably the only good version of Amy.
That shit is just funny to me.
Just bring Styx into the main canon and leave Boom to rot.
Didn't you play Sonic on TV?
I know, but like she was only mentioned, not shown. We need to see her.
This is true.
We'll have to see her in the next game.
alright. Well, this is gonna be the odd one.
I have another request. Can we just put the pinball games in Free Riders tier?
Oh, we 100. Can we put Drift in Free Riders too?
No, I don't know about Drift. I think that's at least
No,
a
I
D.
think Drift goes in Free Riders too.
Yeah.
That's a racing game where you can't see shit.
Speaking of, can we like? Did anyone play Pinball Party?
I did not play
No.
Pinball Party.
I want to put it in Free Riders tier, but I can't because I haven't played it.
A little, but I can't really say anything about it.
Alright, I
So
think we should
it's-
actually
It-
just keep going in order.
I hate pinball.
Sonic and All Stars Racing.
I think I played it like once, like one session, and I think I either played as Banjo Kazooie or my Mii. I think I just played as my Mii on the Wii.
I think it's a
It's a
D
good
tier
D.
game.
D game,
Yep.
No,
B.
B tier.
B tier.
Yeah. That shit is good.
Yeah, that works.
That shit is solid.
Okay, sure.
Alright,
Low
let's
B
talk
or
about
high
the
D or what?
Low B.
It's low B. Low B.
The Racing Transformed, however, is a high B.
A slightly higher B.
No, I think it's
For me,
like,
original All Stars Racing walked, so this one can run.
no, 100%.
Okay.
Because I would actually argue this is a low A.
Low A, really?
I could believe it. I think it's like high B though.
How high B we talking?
Higher than CD probably.
Okay,
Probably higher than 2. Probably higher than 2 for me as well.
X, what do you think?
That works. I haven't played it, so
Okay, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transsexual is a high B. Sonic Generations, one of the meta-era trash games. Can we just put this in high C and
No.
leave it alone?
I put it in B.
Oh,
I don't even know. I would.
It's just more boost to win shit with Sonic, classic Sonic having a role that does work. It's a good game, but I don't think it's a masterpiece.
I think it's an
at
A
least
tier game.
Classic Sonic was playable.
Classic Sonic was playable and fun.
It functioned that time. I'm not. It was a newer
S-
version.
th- Why'd they include Sonic's friends if they're just going to be useless? Like, just play the 3DS version at that point.
I guess it says it was his anniversary. They didn't want to just ignore them.
All right. Now hear me out. I think Sonic Generations is one of those games where you could just boot it up, play a level, have a fun time, turn the game off, and then repeat every single day.
I will concede that that is true.
The game's level design is so good. That shit is borderline.
I don't know. I don't think it's the best design. Like, I can literally beat Green Hill with one hand. I could beat Chemical
That's
Plant
fair,
with one
but
hand.
I could beat every
You
tutorial
can
level
do
with
a
one
lot of
hand.
Sonic games, to be fair.
Like-
yours.
I get it's the first level, but at least Adventure first level made me use the damn control stick.
Bro, I
I'd
could
argue you could
city run
use
City Escape with my eyes closed, one-handed.
One time I tried to one hand City Escape and it glitched the whole game, and I was in 3D in a
That's
2D
really
section.
funny. How did that happen?
I
Oh, you're talking about
don't
City Escape
know.
Generations. I was talking about City Escape.
Or am I misremembering and talking about something that happened in a side mission? I don't know. This game's buggy.
Anyway,
Where are we putting it?
I would call Generations. Generations is like in my top 3 Sonic games, but I can understand putting it in like A. I think it deserves that.
Fellas?
Okay. I could concede it as an A. I could concede.
Yeah.
Low A, high A, mid A, what?
I would say higher than Unleashed, but also like
Unleashed.
you could just put it lower than Unleashed.
I will agree it's higher than Unleashed.
Okay,
Oh, Wind's about to kill me in my fucking sleep.
Wind is about to go nuclear anyway.
Wind is about to
Nah,
stick
nah, nah, nah,
in
nah.
your street, bro.
Nah.
Okay.
I will not go to my Scottish Devilman barbaric rage.
Wind's about
Yet.
to henshin.
Wind's supposed to turn into common, right?
He's gonna turn into Common Rider.
Heroes, oh, this is going to be tricky for me because this is a big pile of nostalgia for me.
Heroes, it's buggier than 06 objectively, don't fight me on that, but I still think it's a fun game.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
I like the team up mechanic. I like that all the characters are actually, useful instead of just, oh, go Sonic, you're the best.
See, here's the thing. I have too much nostalgia for this game, man.
I don't
love
like it.
Heroes.
my first Sonic game. I'm gonna be.
Because I would say
It was my first Sonic game too.
it was my first game, period.
Really?
It might have been my first game period. I think Wind Waker might be my first game period though.
My first
Yeah,
game
this
was
is my-
Halo.
But yeah, my first
Wow.
game Heroes is my first video game, period. It's because it holds a special place in my heart because I would put it at low A.
I would put it in high B or low A, yeah.
Hi B.
That,
Hi
yeah,
B.
that outcome is acceptable.
Now hear me out. Shadow the Hedgehog is peak. Alright,
Okay.
this is a reasonable placement for Heroes.
Like right there.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know, I kinda would rather put it up here.
I would not.
Like, I changed my mind and I want to put it in high A, but I'm being outvoted.
And I would have actually respect it if you wanted to go high A. I would definitely respect that.
I respect it, yeah, but I think
Sonic Battle.
Yeah, but I can't just...
I've
the-
not played that game.
I'm not done with Heroes yet, like...
Okay.
Alright,
The only things I don't like about it are the controls, the bugs,
The butter.
how it's just for the same campaign. Like you could have like changed the stage order, give
Yeah.
each team different levels. And I don't like how you have to like A rank everything to unlock hard mode. That's stupid.
Yeah, that was kind of
Just,
annoying.
like switch around the level placement for heroes.
They could have, but I think at the same time, it's like they kind of just did the adventure formula of every character goes to the same levels.
It's Adventure 2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah.
I
I
like
think this is a good spot for you.
I like that Rail Canyon from Tails Sky Patrol is here.
Rail Canyon sucks. You shut your mouth. That level is awful.
Yeah, it is kind of a shit level, but I just like that it's here.
Games.
I mean, actually
I just like it for the fact that it's a callback. As a level, it's kind of shit, yeah.
Hey,
Dude, I told you, right as we started this, there was
You
going
just
to
have
be
a
a
skill issue,
ton of
Advent.
bias in
Hey,
this.
hey, I know you. You're not beating the game over on Rail Canyon allegations.
I told you there was going to be big power nostalgia bias for this.
Let me tell you a story. I was playing Heroes at one of my friend's house,
Yeah.
and I got to Bullet Station.
Yeah.
level after Rail Canyon. Anyway, I got to a point where there's one of those like robots that capture one of your teammates
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
in one of the train. No, hear me out. So they captured Omega, and I was like, oh no, that's fine. Anyway, so I flew over with Rouge. The
What?
rest of the level. I got to the point on the train where it's like you need Omega to break the object to get like through the rest of the level. So I was like, oh, I forgot you need Omega for this. I went back, Crash Bandicoot style, through that train level. Omega was gone.
Just Team Blast and get him back.
I did not have Team Blast.
Charge Team Blast. Just use Thundershoot over and over.
But it was so. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's your own fault, dude.
Bro,
It was so funny. Actual skill issue.
I have
Skill issue of not mashing, button mashing. Like, come on, we play Kingdom Hearts. We know how to button mash.
a story about Bullet Station.
Anyway, yeah.
Uh,
that's my piece on Heroes.
I was playing as Team Chaotix, and I got to the part where you have to like blow up the train and then grind out on the rail. As soon as like the thing blew up, my characters got stuck on the rail in place and could not move. I had to restart the whole level.
For me, with Thunderbugs, it was more of a pleasant memory where I managed to glitch Team Sonic through, you know, like Lasergate and Pinball Highway.
The only pinball level I actually like.
That leads to, because you know the cannon that the Chaotix take that goes to the VIP table? I managed to glitch Sonic through that gate and get Team Sonic into the VIP table.
I think Heroes pinball levels might have worse controls than actual pinball.
At least you could steer the ball so it's not friggin' luck based.
I guess, but it's not great.
It's preferable to the other pinball shit.
We should move on
Yeah, but
to Heroes.
Can I just say I like Hero's story? I like Hero's story. Neo Metal, all the teams working together.
Dude, Neo Metal is my goat. I wish he was in more
Oh,
games.
yeah, bring him back. Bring back Neo Metal.
Yeah, he was great in the IDW comic too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
Sonic.
they gave Metal Sonic a personality, and that was Raw.
Okay, Sonic Battle. Story-wise, it's A or S tier, but gameplay-wise, nah, I
Okay,
don't.
so okay, now hear me out. The story, all right. So the gameplay where you play through the story is pretty bad. I'll give you that. But the multiplayer,
Well, of course, the multiplayer is going to be good.
I've not played this game.
the
I have not-
multiplayer is very fun when you just have three
I
other
only
friends to
played
play
it
with.
briefly on an emulator. Not the greatest idea, but
I love the
It
art
sounds
direction.
cool.
Yeah, the art
I
direction
would-
looks pretty good.
The art direction is absolutely godlike. I still can't give the game anything more than a C though.
I think like the 2v1 battles I like Emerald as a character, but I think grinding him was just way too slow. Sonic Battle needs a full 3D Arena Fighter remake that fixes how Emerald levels up and shit.
Hey,
yeah.
Just do that and
Arxis, please.
Arxis.
I'm begging you. Sonic Fighter.
keep the art direction too. It was good.
Give us an official version of Sonic Smackdown.
Like, I hated it as a
Best
game,
game.
but then I just watched the cutscenes online and it became my favorite visual novel of all time.
True.
Yes.
So can we put this in either high D or low C?
I think low C. It's like
Low
pretty
C.
good for it.
I guess.
The multiplayer
Yeah.
is very
Because
is
because at least not every battle is unfun to play. There's just a few of them that they're.
yeah.
Sonic Drift 2. I want to put this
This is a
in.
D tier
right.
game very easily.
Yeah.
It felt like playing a Tiger.
Where's
game
Drift
game,
1? Is it better or worse than Drift 1?
Do it.
Is it better or worse than Drift 1?
It feels like
It's
playing
worse.
one of those Tiger toy games you get from McDonald's.
There's less playable characters, there's less levels. I think Drift 1 is a free riders tier game.
Just remake it and make it play like All Stars Racing.
They did that. It's called Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed.
No, because there's no Fang and shit.
Okay,
Is it-
speaking of Sonic and Cars, how would you rate Team Sonic Racing if it were on the list?
It's like a C tier game.
I like it enough. It's C tier at least.
The problem is that everyone just like if you see once you do the story. There
Where the
is
fuck
no
is Sonic the
reason to play it again,
Fighters?
because the multiplayer was absolutely dead the second week.
Sonic the
Oh,
Fighters gets
Fighters is not
Sonic the
there either.
Fighters gets an S tier.
I put Fighters
That's-
in
that's
high
a
D or
joke.
low C. But yeah, which drift is best?
I have
Two is
Drift
better
2,
than one, but
objectively.
yeah,
Two
it's
is better?
I don't think either of them are very good though.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like having a piece of shit and another piece of shit, but the second piece of shit had a bit of gold on smidge on top.
I really
It's
think
no
this
shit.
game was held back by being on the Game Gear. Like, the technology just wasn't right for the type of game this was. This should have been on the Genesis or the CD.
It's like Numemon and Gold Numemon.
Yeah,
Sonic Advance 3. I'm putting this. Can
And
we
this
just
is
put
like-
this
yeah, This is a
above?
high B tier game. It's objectively
Top
better than
B.
Advance 1.
yeah. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, general.
I like how everyone just quickly agreed.
Uh,
Like we're all just united on 3 being kind of good.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
it's
decent.
just Advance 1 with Advance 2's gameplay, which is better.
But with better level
Okay,
design.
okay,
Better
here
level
we go.
design,
This
a
is good.
team mechanic.
And less annoying special stages. I'm still not gonna fucking do
Yes.
them, but it's still playing the game. I like that the
Okay.
final boss is right at the Master Emerald Shrine.
Yeah, also you team up with Eggman, and that's raw as hell.
Yeah, but who's gonna go in these special stages? Come on.
Me.
He's going in.
I'm going in.
You're gonna hunt for all these fucking
I'm
Chow?
I'm going in. I'm getting the emeralds.
You're gonna hunt for all these damn Chow?
Yes,
Why?
Oh,
because I wanted to get the Chaos Emeralds.
I love the music too.
and
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
You mean the Chaos Gems? We were at this for like a fucking hour. Let's hurry up. Okay, can we please just put Adventure 2 in S tier and call it a day?
We don't even need to talk about this one. We don't even need to talk about this one.
Adventure 2 is.
It's
pretty
peak.
Yeah.
It's peak.
E-
Shadow the Hedgehog is the greatest character ever created.
Wind, you had something to say?
Wind is cooking.
I would say it's high A. I don't know why. I just couldn't put it on S because I feel it's some of. But I will concede
Get
it
out of
on
the
S.
kitchen, Wind.
You're outvoted.
It's a very. I know.
Listen. I've been, democratic about everything else, but I am hard set on putting this shit on top S.
I would say when we get there, I feel like SA1's good. I prefer
SA
that
one's
more.
amazing, but Adventure 2 is just a teeny tiny bitty bit better. That's just my opinion though.
This is
Like thinking
this is like-
what?
as a
Oh, you're
Chase
saying
put
the
it.
Adventure game's S tier.
I was gonna say Chase putting Adventure 2 in S tier without any input is the same as Joe Biden putting Edelgard in A tier on a list of Fire Emblem lords and hijacking the list.
I don't think I've seen that one.
That was
I
the
forget that
insane
that's why we
Adventure
were
2
doing
was-
this.
Oh,
I forget that fucking meme is why we're doing this.
it's a very high A tier, but I'll concede on S anyway.
I will concede that 100% the game is fucking awful.
Yeah.
And while the Chow Garden is not for me, I do see the appeal.
The Chow Garden.
I
is-
really do see the appeal.
That connects
Why
when
didn't
we
they
get
give us
to
a
SA.
Chow Garden phone game?
Like, when are we gonna get like when is Sega gonna collab with Bandai and give us an actual Chow Tamagotchi?
Okay, here's my thing. Why
And
I
let me
would
link it
think
with a
would be-
Digivice so we can have Chow Karate.
Okay, here's my
True.
okay. Here's my why I would think it would be a very high A, is that which will also link to SA1 is I don't like the nerf first control. How they slightly nerfed both the mech controls and the emerald hunts.
I will concede that the radar is downgraded, but I don't think the mech controls were that unmanageable.
I've died too many times due to how the controls of the mech basically just ruined any jumps I was
Sup-
gonna do.
Suppressing the urge to
this is
cook
where-
win skill issue.
With Gamma, but
I'm
with
sup-
Eggman and Tails, because especially when you're turning, it's like it's shit.
It's just Adventure 1, but with the fat trimmed.
It's fat. It's too slow. It's like
All right.
You're in a big mech. It's gonna be slow.
so. It's
So
a big
this is where I
fucking
just-
robot.
I think the treasure hunting levels were fine. I think the mech hunting levels were the worst part of the game.
I like every level in this game. Yes, even fucking the space ones.
Yeah.
The treasure hunting space ones. I will admit that back in the day,
Especially
Aquatic
Mad
Mind
Okay,
tricked
the
me.
Meteor Herd goes
Was
hard
tricky.
though. That song is fire.
Meteor Herd goes hard. Mad
You
City-
ready to go to space? Help me get the emeralds.
Also, I think SA2 also has some of the issue you guys brought up with Unleashed, where there's more of the other types of levels, like the mech and treasure hunting levels, than there are with the speed levels.
That's unfair. That's two different gameplay styles though, compared
Yeah.
to one. Instead of just the werehog
Yeah,
versus.
Come on. How many do we have? I'm just trying
The
to-
werehog
how many
did
Sonic-
not
okay,
fit Sonic's
how
character.
many Sonic levels and Shadow levels are?
Mech
There's
fit
too
Tails'
many.
character. We're keeping it
Like,
in
you could
S
probably-
tier, and I don't want to hear anything else about it.
All right.
Alright. But
Sonic-
SA1 has to be S tier as well.
I will put it below SA2. Because I think both of these games are goated.
For me, I would put SA1 up front of it.
Oh my god.
Because it
We're
just
gonna be
hits
here
right.
all fucking night.
Minus
I'm
the
going to
It
vomit.
should have been
Oh,
tweaked.
no.
I'm going to vomit.
Yes, I love fighting Chaos 4 3 times in a row with
SA1
quicksand water.
SA1
Water.
is a bad game.
You're getting banned from the call.
I don't think it's any fault of me. I think it's because of how bad the game is aged compared to SA2.
Nah, L-Take. This game aged pretty good.
Are you high?
Though I don't like the Windy Valley level where it's like just a straight line like Sonic Forces.
I think the Tails levels are too easy. The Gamma levels are way too short. Amy is very slow. She is fun to play. I'll give her.
Dude, it's
The
Amy.
acrobatics
She's
are
not
kinda fun.
Sonic. She's gonna be slow.
Big the cat
That's her
exists.
advanced version.
I like Big, but yeah, he should have been optional.
Origins. You say that, oh, well, she's Amy, so oh, she's going to be slow. Say that to her advanced versions, and soon to be her Sonic Origins version.
Does she even get confirmed to have boost in Frontiers?
She's literally a reskin of Sonic, so
Yeah, but like when every character is as fast as Sonic, then every character is just Sonic but better because they also have another ability. So I don't need every character to be super
Now,
fast.
let me be clear. I think the Adventure 1's Sonic levels are great. I think the treasure hunting
I love Red
levels
Mountain.
are fantastic. I think everything else about the game has aged pretty poorly. In all regards, pretty much.
I can agree.
But
What?
the soundtrack is like that shit goes hard.
Dude,
I'm
it's a
just gonna
Sonic
give you
game
that.
that's not Chronicles. Of course the soundtrack's gonna be fire.
Listen, there are some soundtracks. Forces is right there.
Forces had a good
Boom-
soundtrack,
Boom
and I
is
don't
there
want to
too.
hear it. I don't want to hear it.
was there even a song?
And Sonic Spinball.
Oh, come on, you can't tell me Toxic Caves isn't a bop.
Okay, that's one song in a sea of-
So we're flopping to the options theme.
Look, we don't talk about the options theme.
We don't talk about
No,
that.
except we do when they do that meme with Surge basically bothering Starlight. And
Okay, that made the theme good. I love that animation. In fact, can we just watch that right now? No, we can't.
So hear me out. I am fine with Adventure 1 being an S tier here, but I do not agree.
Look, I can
Just know
concede.
that.
I
the
can-
one who thinks one is better than two, and that's why I'm the weird one on that one.
No, I'm the weird one here. I don't like the game.
Exile, break the tie.
I have not played SA1 yet.
Huh?
I'm get no.
And there you go, because everyone wants to decorate.
Friendship ended.
I'll just leave it here.
Friendship
I'll just
ended with
leave it there.
exile. Now Wind is my best friend. Move on from Adventure 1.
Dude, do I need to gift this shit to you on Steam?
Nah,
I will say that the Steam versions of these two games are just bad without mods, though.
You're just like to exile. Here's $4.
I have money.
I'm gonna give you $100 to fuck off.
Here's $5 to fuck off.
Alright, so Sonic the Black Knight.
Okay, so
S tier story.
S tier story.
can I just say one thing about Adventure because I can barely get a word in because I'm trying to be nice.
Stay low.
I can agree that there's some parts of this game that were kind of shit, like fighting Chaos 4 3 times and
Oh my god.
Sky Chase.
Don't get me started.
Why wasn't Sky Chase just Star Fox 64? Like every flying minigame in every game should just be Star Fox 64.
Don't get me started back up on Adventure 1 again. I'll start cooking.
Oh no.
I'll cook you.
Okay,
You sit
let's
down,
go
little
to
boy.
Black Knight.
Gotta do it,
Let's go on
okay.
to Black Knight.
Oh no! Anyway.
Okay, a Black Knight, easiest top A of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I agree.
I do concede that
S tier story.
it should have been played with like a normal controller.
Alright. Here's Advin going to be the weird one here. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say S tier story. As a game, it's like B tier though.
Cap.
Yeah.
I think if the game wasn't on the Wii, it would probably be my favorite. Sonic
Again,
game.
like
It's
it
gonna be
being
the-
on the Wii wasn't the issue. It was on rails and forced motion controls. Like you could easily play this game. They could have made this playable with a normal controller, but they just didn't. I really
It was
want
Black Knight HD.
I want a Black Knight remake that either plays like Dynasty Warriors or Sonic Frontiers.
Don't give me ideas. I'll start cooking.
So like if we can't put it in top A, like where are we putting it?
I would.
Hey,
Yeah, mid A.
Mid A?
Put it like below.
I'm not putting this shit below Gens and Unleashed.
Like, where would I put? Where would I where would I convince myself?
Wind, you're the Knight of the Wind here.
Yeah, I know, and this is gonna be the other one. My whole fucking life persona is based on this thing.
It might be the best soundtrack in Sonic. Black Knight's OST is. That shit's
Yep.
crazy.
X, what were you saying?
Goes hard.
I would say it's a Sonic 3, but
I strong agree. I would put it above Riders if you guys would
I
let
would
me.
not.
no, I would done the same.
I legally am morally obligated to not put it above Riders.
Once again, Exile, break the tie.
Put below Riders.
Ah, fuck.
Exile when he reveals he hasn't played Black Knight.
Very
I have
smidgen.
played Black Knight. Actually. I have played that game.
Okay, this is gonna be the weird one.
Shut
Okay,
up.
here's
Sonic
gonna be the weird
Colors.
one.
I have played that one.
Can we just put Colors in fucking low C for what it did to the fucking
Hold on,
franchise?
Hold on.
I'm not holding.
Here's the thing. That's if you count the Wii version. What about the DS version?
The DS version is.
The
like-
DS version was
Rush.
better in every fucking way.
Yeah, but since we don't have as option for the DS version, we may as well have to take this.
I don't like that the last Emerald is hidden behind some cryptic bullshit, though.
Hear me out.
Compromise and put it in C. Like low C.
Hear me out.
I put Betsy.
Dog shit game.
I just don't like how it babyfied storytelling in Sonic.
Yeah, for me,
This
have
is
more
the start of the
positive things
goo
to
goo
say
gaga
because of the
baby
DS
bullshit era of Sonic.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I have more
it-
personal things to say because of the DS version. Because because you've got the side missions where you beat the other characters and all that. You've got the final boss against the Nega Mother Wisp. The better version of the special stages. Getting there was piss easy to get into them as well.
The controls were downgraded Unleashed
The DS
Sonic.
version was peak. That shit was fire. This version, however,
Like,
I'm
we're
gonna be honest.
ranking them both together, fuck.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I think Colors' level design on the Wii is maybe worse than Force's.
It's like, yeah, and it's just it's
At
shorter
least
than Force's too.
levels are fast.
And the controls are just,
that's
okay, like the
true.
steering is better, but everything else is downgraded Unleashed Sonic.
The controls
Yeah.
are about the same, except I
Yeah,
think
but
the boost
since-
in Forces is more fun to use.
Yeah, but see, since this Trios doesn't separate the two, we'll have to somehow make a combined opinion of both.
Like Sonic Colors as a whole.
Compromise this one in C, low C.
Yeah.
How low C we
Yeah.
talking?
Above Sonic Battle.
Okay,
Above-
fair.
above
That's
Sonic
fair.
Secret Ring.
Above Secret Rings?
Above,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fine,
Above-
but just
above
because it
Zero
actually
Gravity.
has controls.
Above Zero Gravity?
Yeah.
Above Zero
I can see
Gravity?
that.
Yeah, above
So
Zero
it's really
Gravity.
mid C.
Yeah.
Okay, mid C.
Okay, fair. Mid tier for mid game.
Sorry, that Persona never played. Okay.
Even
yeah,
though
so
I
it's like-
want to put this higher, I'm gonna. Sonic Dash, I don't care.
Free Riders tier.
I wouldn't say it's that bad. Come on.
It's not bad.
It's at least
It's
somewhere in
not
D.
bad.
Low C, low C.
Low C, really?
Yeah, low D.
It's charming enough.
I put it above
It's a good
both
game
Drift
racer.
games.
We got one guy saying C, we got one guy saying D.
It's a nice game you do just to distract yourself while you're in the car.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, low C. Put it below Battle.
low C.
And finally, Sonic R. I am the only person who likes this game, I
That
swear.
is not true. Liam Triforce is right there.
Who?
He made a video essay on this game.
I like this. I've 100%ed it many times. I would put it, like, just above All Stars Racing and just below 06. You know, I would put it above many games that are here, but, like, you know,
I would not.
if this was just my list, it would be very different than how it is now, is all I'm saying.
I like the
Here's
game, don't get me wrong. I personally would just put it above Sonic Dash. And then call it a day.
Come on.
Do what saves it though? The soundtrack.
Oh, for real though, that soundtrack goes
Dude,
hard.
it's Sonic. Of course the soundtrack's gonna be fire.
But we're talking about Sonic games as a whole. But compared to all the other Sonic games.
Compared to all the other Sonic games, I am legally obligated to not put this game higher than Sonic Battle.
Okay, guys, I hear you loud and clear. So it goes here.
Now let me be clear. Wait a minute, get out of the kitchen. This version just cut the video.
We just go fuck.
We just cut the video there. I don't think we could, can or should.
Just say, we are suffering from technical difficulties. We'll be back later.
The video cuts. It's just Chase going. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Here's where it goes. And then he puts
No, it just cuts to the fucking game pause picture I made.
And-
Okay.
Elevator music.
I will concede that it's higher than Dash.
Yeah.
Did we really put Dash higher than fucking these games? Are you guys crazy?
I don't think we should put Dash above Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, we'll put it
At least I
in
have
D.
a positive
We'll
experience
move
doing
Shadow up.
it.
We'll move Shadow up.
I think we should move Shadow up to C.
We'll move Shadow
But
up. to C.
only the smidges lower.
Hey, recognized.
Real recognizes real.
Real.
Real recognizes real, and you looking kind of familiar right now.
Alright, so we're
Okay,
putting
guys.
Frontiers in S tier, right?
S tier.
Like, I would put it. Let me tell you something. For the longest time, the only Sonic game I ever wanted was Sonic Adventure 3. I now want a Frontiers 2 just as much. Like, it is equal to Sonic Adventure 2 for me right now. For very different reasons, yes, but it's still an amazing game.
We're gonna have to edit Frontiers in on the image, but unfortunately this one's outdated. But Frontiers gave me.
I'll use my technical wizardry.
I hate the puzzle bullshit, but the rest of the game is fire.
Frontiers gave me a rush of childlike excitement that I did not get from any other Sonic
Wait,
game in the 2010s.
Frontier-
aside from maybe Generations.
Frontiers is proof that 2000s nostalgia is better than 90s nostalgia.
So true,
Yeah.
Dusty.
Like everybody's secretly an edgelord and everyone loves metal.
Yeah,
The 90s kids would like to debate this.
yeah.
90s kids are fucking retarded. We don't care.
For me, it is S tier.
That's a joke, everybody.
Okay, for me, it is definitely S tier. It's up there with the big boys. I have my gripes, which I hope to see follow-ups basically get around to sorting that. Because I do think, yeah, the puzzles are nonsense. I wish the combat itself had a smidge more depth.
I think the combat was fine.
Give us like,
Yeah.
Don't give Harry
Because
overpowered.
because 9 times out of 10,
Perry
you're
is
not
so
going to use the
overpowered.
basic attacks.
Yeah.
You'll only use it to sell for like the stomp, the basically the rider kick, and then occasionally.
Dude, Sonic has a rider kick that puts the combat in S tier
Sonic
by a
has rider
default.
kick.
Sonic has a rider kick.
I think personally I would put the game above Adventure 1.
But
and then
below us.
And then below Adventure 2.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Virtual imaginary
I
handshake.
hit S.
Okay,
My-
yeah, I can
Dab me up, bro.
consider that.
Personally is Adventure 2 Frontiers Riders.
Dab me up.
Like I could definitely concede to that. I'll just somehow just squeeze it in there, just like in you go.
All right, boys. How do we feel about this
I think this is a
fucking
pretty good
atrocity
list.
we've created?
All right, well, let's have a quick assessment and see if we want to adjust it just slightly.
All right, let me take a look.
Matt's gonna put Sonic R in S tier again.
He's gonna put Sonic Forces and Sonic R above Adventure 2.
Oh, am I really that predictable?
Never talk to us again.
Am I really that predictable? Well, you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Fuck you.
No. Just-
Guys, where's Rush Adventure?